you're thinking about investing in rental properties, setting up an LLC could be one of the smartest moves that you will ever make. But there is a catch. Most investors stop there and miss out on an even better way to protect themselves and their properties. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to set up an LLC for your rental business. I'll also be revealing the secret structure that I personally use to achieve maximum privacy and, of course, asset protection. Now, before we jump into the steps of forming an LLC, let's talk about why this is such a crucial move for rental property investors. When you buy real estate in your personal name, you're exposing yourself to serious legal and financial risks. If a tenant, contractor, or even a random visitor gets injured on your property and decides to sue you, there's not going to go just after that property. They can come after your personal assets as well. Your home, your savings, your automobile, it's all going to be on the table. The nice part about an LLC is that it creates a legal separation between your personal finances and your rental business. If someone sues your LLC, they can only go after the assets owned by the LLC, not, of course, your personal wealth. This is what makes an LLC a must-have for long-term rental property owners. But, of course, there's a catch. Setting up an LLC isn't a one-size-fits-all solution. Every state has different rules and fees, and there are key decisions that you need to make upfront to get the most out of it. That's why in the next section, we'll be going over the most important factors that you need to consider before you set up your LLC. Now, before you rush to form your LLC for your rental properties, there's a few key things that you must consider in order to avoid very costly issues and mistakes. The first of these is state-specific rules and costs. Every state has its own requirements for setting up and maintaining an LLC. Some states charge as little as $50 to form an LLC, while others, like California for example, can charge up to $800 per year in franchise taxes. So make sure you check your local state LLC laws so you know exactly what you're signing up for. The second thing is financing challenges. If you plan to take out a mortgage for your rental properties, some lenders won't finance properties held under an LLC unless you have a commercial loan. This means that you might need to purchase the property in your name first and then transfer it into the LLC, which can trigger a due on sale clause in your mortgage. Make sure, of course, you talk to your lender before making this move. And then third is annual maintenance and compliance. Some states require yearly reports, renewal fees, and even a registered agent to keep your LLC in good standing. If you miss a deadline, your LLC could fall out of compliance, leaving you legally exposed. And of course, finally, there's privacy concerns. While an LLC does provide liability protection, your name can still be linked to the company in any public search forum. That's where the advanced strategy I'll share later, which is using a land trust in combination with your LLC, comes in to add another layer of privacy and protection. Now that you understand these important factors, let's move on to the step-by-step guide on setting up your LLC the correct way. The first step in setting up your LLC is choosing the right name for it. This might sound simple, but there are a few things that you need to keep in mind to avoid problems down the road. First is that your LLC name must be unique and not already registered in the state that you live in. The easiest way to check is to go to your state Secretary of State website and search for available business names. Most state websites usually have a search tool that you can use to do this. If someone else is already using it, you may need to come up with an alternative. Second, your LLC name should reflect your business while maintaining some level of privacy. A common approach for rental property investors is using the property's address as the LLC name, like for instance 123 Main Street LLC. This makes it easy to track your properties, but if you want more anonymity, you do need to use something like a more generic business name, like Herbal Properties LLC, for instance. Now third, make sure your name follows state guidelines. Most states require your LLC name to include LLC or limited liability company at the end of it. Some states also restrict certain words like bank or insurance, so double check your state's naming rules before you actually file for it. Once you've decided on a name and confirmed your availability, you're ready for the next step, which is going to be filing your articles of organization. Let's go over exactly how to do that. Now, this is going to be a document that legally establishes your LLC and allows you to start operating as a business. Here's what you need to know. The first of these is going to be where you're going to be filing. You'll file your articles of organization with your state's Secretary of State office. Most states let you file online, but you can also submit the paperwork by mail in most cases. The next thing to consider is what information you're going to need. While the exact details details are going to vary by state, you'll typically need to provide a few of the following things. Number one is going to be your LLC name, which you already chose in the previous step. The second is your registered agent's name and their address. This is the person or service that will receive legal notices on behalf of your LLC. And then the third thing is the business address of your LLC. There's also the management structure that you'll have to submit, which is basically will it be managed by you or a designated manager that you hire. There's also filing fees, which is basically just the cost to file, varies widely depending on the state that you're in. Some states charge as little as $50, while others like California can cost $800 annually. So make sure, of course, to check with your state's fees up front so that way there's no surprises. The big consideration here is processing time. If you file on the internet, your LLC might be approved within just a few days. If you mail in the paperwork, it could take weeks, and some states offer expedited processing for an additional fee if you need your LLC approved faster. Although I would recommend that most of these services do it very quickly even without the expedited shipping. Now, once your articles of organization are approved, congratulations, your LLC is officially up and ready to go. Now that your LLC is officially registered, the next step is to set up an operating agreement. This is a crucial document that outlines the rules, structures, and responsibilities of your LLC. Even if your state doesn't require an operating agreement, having one is a very smart move. And here's the reason why. This document establishes clear ownership and the roles that you play. If you have business partners or co-investors, this document spells out who owns what percentage and how decisions are made. Even if you're a single member LLC, having an operating agreement adds legitimacy and keeps your business structured properly. It protects your limited liability status, and without an operating agreement, your LLC could be seen as an informal business, which might weaken your legal protection in any court scenario. You don't want a judge to treat your LLC as just an extension of your personal finances. This document defines how profit and losses are distributed. Will profits be reinvested? Will you take distributions on a monthly or quarterly basis? As well as an operating agreement that clarifies all of the financial details completely upfront to you. It outlines what happens if you sell, dissolve, or transfer ownership. And if you ever want to sell your property, bring in a new investor, or dissolve your LLC, this document makes the process smooth and legally sound. Now, here are a few things you want to include in your operating agreement. The first of these is your LLC name and address. Names and ownership percentage of the members, management structure, whether it's member managed versus manager managed, your profit and loss statements, distribution rules, rules for adding or removing members, dissolution terms, and then once you've drafted your operating agreement, keep it in a file with your other important business documents. You don't need to submit it to the state, but it should be signed by all the members to be legally enforceable. Now that your LLC is officially registered and you have an operating agreement in place, the next step is to get an EIN, or Employment Identification Number. This is a number that's going to come straight from the Internal Revenue Service, and it's basically like a social security number for your business. It's required for tax purposes, hiring employees, and even opening a business bank account. Even if you're a single member LLC, having an EIN keeps your personal and business finances completely separate, which is crucial for maintaining liability protection. Now, the good news here is that getting an EIN is completely free to do. Some online LLC formation services will charge you to do this, but you can do this completely for free online, and it only takes just a few minutes. All you have to do is go to the IRS website that you see right here. We'll have a link for it down in the description. And then, as you can see, this is the Get an Employer Identification Number page. All we have to do is scroll down to the very bottom here and hit this blue button that says Apply for an EIN. Once we hit that button, we'll then get a quick little disclaimer here, which we'll accept, and then we can begin our application with this button. Once we begin our application, it will then take us through a series of steps here where we basically just fill out basic information about what kind of business we're creating, how the business is going to be structured, and ultimately what we're planning on doing with it. Also, just as a quick side note here, and this is very important, don't apply for an EIN until your LLC is officially approved with your state. This can cause issues because if you get an EIN before your LLC is officially established and for some reason your LLC gets rejected, that EIN number is going to be invalid and it could cause a bunch of other issues. So make sure to get your LLC fully established first and then apply for EIN. But now that we have all that covered, let's actually talk about how to start this LLC in the first place. The first thing you want to do is go down the link down in the description and click it, which you can get started with your LLC for the cheapest price possible. You'll also get a massive discount on the process, and this is a personal LLC formation service that I use for my own businesses. It's called Tailor Brands, and if you use that link down in the description, you'll get access to a really amazing discount in the process of setting up your LLC. As you can see, we're on the Tailor Brands Get Started page, and all we have to do is choose the state that we're planning on forming our LLC in, and then hit the Get Started button. It'll then take us into a setup wizard that will walk us through step by step getting our LLC built and ready to go in just a matter of minutes. The first thing here is our business name, which Tailor Brands has been so kind as to include a business name checker, which basically means that if our business name for some reason is taken, we can make sure that it's completely available for us to use. Now, just for example here, I'm going to name my LLC business as Rental is the Move LLC. I'll check the availability, and remember, you need to not include the LLC in there because they actually already do that for you. I'll check the availability here, and as you can see, it is completely available. I'll then hit the next button, which will then take me on to the next page, which will start the actual setup wizard. As you can see here, I can start messing around inside of this stage. What stage is the rental is the move currently in? We can say we're just an idea, taking the first steps, about to launch, or maybe we're already in business. We'll say that we're about to launch and hit the next button. The next question we'll ask you is, when are you planning to launch your rental is the move business? I'll say as soon as possible because most of you are probably going to answer that. Then they're going to ask us what kind of industry you're in. We'll say that we are a rental property company, or we'll just say that we're a real estate company. Now for this part, they're going to ask you what industry your business is in. You're going to want to say real estate investment if you're doing this rental properties, because those rental properties are of course an investment. They're a cash flowing asset that you're investing in to give you monthly cash flow. Then for this part, we can either say it's either physical goods, professional services, or type in our own, and we'll just say rental properties. We'll then hit the next button here, which will take us to this page and ask us if we're planning to hire any employees in the upcoming year. For now, we'll just say not sure because maybe we are, maybe we aren't. This question isn't super important yet. The next question I'll ask you is, have you set an annual income goal for your business? Now, again, this doesn't matter too much either. I'm going to just say less than 80,000 for now. I'll hit the next button, and then for this one, I'm going to type in my postal code and then talk about where our service is actually going to be serving people. Now for this one, I would just go with the online option, and it's going to be the easiest. You'll hit the next button here, and as you can see, it's not just the LLC formation service they offer here. You can get things like your logo, your domain, website, taxes and accounting, insurance, EIN, sales tax permits, trademarks, and even licenses. Once you hit the next button, it'll take you to this page where you can also get other things like an EIN, license permits, and check off any of these boxes that you might need for your business. Then they're going to ask you a quick question about how we discovered them, which in this case, it would be YouTube. We'll hit the skip button, and then, as you can see, we'll then be prompted to join their 12-week coaching program. This is really good if you're really brand new to the business space and you've never started a business before, as this can help you learn quite a bit about the whole process. We'll hit the next button here though, and then we'll start entering in our contact info, and then it will take us into the checkout page where we can enter in our payment details and officially get started with our LLC formation. Once again, if you guys want to get the biggest discount on building your LLC for as cheap as possible, I would definitely recommend using the link down in the description for Tailor Brands. It's how you get access to this awesome discount, and of course, it actually supports us in making videos like this one, so we can help you learn how to properly set up your business. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know down in the comments section if you guys have any questions about this process, or if you have any questions about forming an LLC with a rental property business. Other than that though, I'll see you guys in the future.